And let's see, I see that you're coming in on December the 18th and leaving on the 23rd. What dates would you want to change it to? Oh, okay. Okay, let's see here. Oh. Oh, yeah. Let's see, Saratoga Springs and 2-bedroom. And let's see, are you adding the vacation travel insurance to your reservation today? Oh, you know what? You are absolutely right. I see it right here. You're okay. Let's see. See, I didn't have any offers come up or any availability come up for those dates, but let me give it a double check just to be sure. Oh, that could be problem. No, don't do that, because see, the rooms get booked so fast that if you dump it out, there could be a possibility that you may not get it back. Now, because of that, that also could be a possibility why I'm not able to pull it up. You might have snagged the last room already in your cart. Let's see. Let's double check here. Yeah, it's still giving me the unavailable for that date. No, I mean, have you tried booking it online already, or? Okay, so as you guys could see, that didn't take that long. That 30 minutes went by kind of fast. Now if I had chose an interval that started at 1:30, then I would still be on the phone until 2 o'clock. But I didn't. The only one that was available for the 1 o'clock. So now I'm just gonna go down here and check on my daughter, because she hasn't been up here, which is very odd. And I'm just logging out of all of the stuff for the day, because I'm done for the day, and I didn't get a chance to print out my schedule for the rest of the week, so I've just been kind of just logging in and checking it that way. I need to buy some more ink. So yeah, let me go down here and check, and I will be back to kind of talk to you guys a little bit more about the whole process and balancing the whole thing and kind of getting the flow of it all and all that. So okay, so I am back. It is later in the day, as you can probably tell, because I don't have any of the same stuff on, or is my hair tied up. Actually took my scarf off. Well, it's really like a neck scarf that I was using as a head scarf. And I had a twist out going on here, but it's old. I call myself coloring my hair, but the color didn't take on my gray, so I'm gonna have to recolor it. But anyway, so I just came back from the Dollar Tree and the post office. I mailed out some textbooks that look like this. It was a lot of 4 books, So here's an example of one of the books. This is Emotions. These are some books that I had when I was in beauty school, and the other ones are actually like, look like this. The one that I just held up to you, it's a textbook as well, but it comes with a DVD. So I listed that one separately because of the DVD. But the set of 4 that I just sold for $30. And the buyer paid the shipping. The shipping ended up being $6.95 going out media mail. So that was pretty cool. And I also sold a leather jacket last night. I did not mail that out today. I'll be mailing that out tomorrow. But while I was at the Dollar Tree, I was kind of in there sourcing a little bit. I went in there to get a bubble mailer, one of these. I bought 2 of them, one for the textbooks and then one for the leather coat. So I'm going to put that in there. And then I also had my tape and scissors with me so that I could package up the books while I was in the car, since I was right there at the post office. But anyways, while I was there, I was kind of walking around trying to buy some time, waiting on the honey to call for me to pick him up at the bus stop. I forgot he was going to see his sister today. His sister and her husband, they had a kidney transplant, so he went to see them today in the hospital and to take them some food. So it's probably going to be a while before I get a phone call. So I forgot about that while I was at the Dollar Tree. So I was just kind of like poking around, searching stuff on eBay, seeing what sells, what doesn't sell. And I came across a couple of items that did sell, but I didn't pick them up because I wasn't really sure if that brand, if that particular, there were some skillet sauces, and the only kind that they had were taco and barbecue smokehouse chicken. And I wanted to get the barbecue smokehouse chicken because the taco is pretty popular. You can kind of find that almost at all the grocery stores, but they do make other versions of from that brand, and sometimes those are kind of hard to find. So I saw one of the barbecue one, but I didn't want to get just the one. I wanted to be able to sell them in lots, so I left it. And then I saw a couple of other things, but I didn't see any sold listings for them. I seen a lot of active listings, so I just left them at the store. But what I did pick up, besides this cough medicine, this is like a dollar store brand of Robitussin. This is Tussin cough and chest, and this is actually for adults. So normally when I can't find the medicine for children, I'll just show it to you guys. Medicine for children, I will get the adult and then I will just lower the dosage. I'll do that. And then I also picked up 2 kinds of cough drops here. I wanted to try to see if I could sell these in lots, and then I also needed them for the house. So I've got Halls. These are 40 count, and normally there are coupons for these, but as you guys know, the Dollar Tree down the street from my house, they are not so coupon friendly. So I didn't even go through, the whole trying to find a coupon for these, even though I know that there is one. I don't know if it's expired yet. I think it's one for like $1 off when you buy 2 or something like that. But anyways, I did not feel like fooling with them and their coupon policy, so I was just like, bump it, and went ahead and paid the $1 for these. So I picked up 3 of these, and I don't know if I'm going to lot the 3 of these bags together and sell them on eBay, or if I'm going to lot the Ludens and sell them on eBay. This is a 20 pack, and I picked up 4 of these. So I don't know how they will do on eBay, but I'm just trying them out. Something different from what I normally put up. I'm trying to venture more so outside of just, clothing and things like that. So I've got a couple of like random items put up that aren't clothing or accessory related. So I'm just trying those out. I think they'll do pretty okay. I also got a couple of items listed, like a juicer, some toys, a couple of books. I'm trying out the whole book process again because, I don't know, in the beginning it seems like the books were moving, and then it seemed like they came to like a halt. And I was thinking to myself, well, maybe books wouldn't be the best idea to sell on eBay. But then I was like, well, I took all of the books off, and then like a few weeks ago I was like, you know what, I've got all these books, I don't even have a bookshelf yet, let me just try and see if I can sell a couple of these books until I get a bookshelf, and then whatever I don't sell, I'll put them on a bookshelf and set up in the living room. So I listed a couple of books, and I ended up selling a couple of the books. So I've got a few more books listed that hadn't sold yet, and the listing is about to end soon, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to relist them or not. They seem to move kind of slow. What I did notice though is that novels move pretty slow, but like textbooks, those textbooks sold in a day. I listed them I think, what's today, Thursday? I listed them Monday, they sold Tuesday, and I mailed them out today. So I noticed that type of stuff sells pretty quick, so that's cool. But so let's go back, let's get back to the topic of the day, which is balancing work from home and then other projects that you have going on. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's the easiest thing to do. It is challenging, especially if you have kids, because you have to create a workspace where there are no distractions, and it's kind of hard to do that because kids don't understand that, sometimes they don't understand that you have to not be bothered for a little while, so that you can handle your business, and then after you handle your business, then you can handle the business with your kids. Sometimes they don't understand that, so there's a lot of interruptions. Like when I'm here, it's really easy for me to post hours for me to work during the daytime while the kids are at school, because it's just easier. I don't have to worry about, saying turn the TV down. I don't have to worry about saying turn the music down. I just don't have to worry about all that because no one is here. Now, the flip side to that is, even though kids are in school, they do have breaks. They did just come off of a Thanksgiving break, and now they're going back into a Christmas break. Friday is the last day of school, and then they don't go back until January. It's pretty interesting trying to work from home, and then you've got kids running around, and then their friends are coming over, they're in and out the house, and the youngest one is telling you that she's hungry and all that other kind of stuff. It is kind of challenging, but you just have to kind of be patient through the whole process. It can get a little frustrating because you're really like trying to focus on what it is you need to do. But that's why I would recommend, if you are doing this type of thing, you can pick 30-minute intervals at a time. So you don't have to like work a straight, a 8-hour shift straight through. You can schedule to have breaks. Now, will you get those breaks? It depends, because there's been times where I've scheduled a 30-minute break, and the last call that I was on, it lasted straight through my 30-minute break. And so I had to just stay on the phone and continue to work my next shift. But there are times where I'm able to get off the phone, take a break, regroup, especially for me because doing this type of job is draining for me because I'm not a huge talker. So when I'm talking all the time for a long length of time, I'm drained. You know what I mean? So those 30-minute breaks or hour breaks, they help. It helps you to regroup and kind of get stuff together around the house so that you can go back to working your shift. I had a question on my last video, and someone asked me about meetings. And the answer to that is yes, we do have weekly meetings. Disney does. I cannot speak that for other of the companies, because I'm not really sure how how they do their program. But for Disney, for me, we do have weekly meetings. I didn't have one on the week of Thanksgiving, and we probably won't have one the week of Christmas. But in the beginning, to my understanding, the first 6 weeks when you start taking your live calls, they are mandatory. And then after that, it's pretty much, at your discretion. If you want to attend, then great. If you don't, then, it is what it is. But I can say that the meetings do help. It just kind of keeps you freshly updated with what's going on. As far as any changes in the program, any updates at the theme parks and stuff like that, you know, depending on what company you're working for. So, but typically, you'll get updates, system changes, you know, all that kind of stuff in your meeting. And the meeting is normally ran by the person who you contact through email on a very regular basis, as far as, you know, if you have questions about your hours, if you have questions about anything that you're doing, and let's say you're not servicing at the time, so you're not in the chat room, and so that's the person that you would go to for your question. They are always available, and when they are not available, like if they're on vacation or something, then you'll get a email notification letting you to know who to contact or who's working their place, so that you can get your question answered. So I hope that answered your question. I forgot who asked me that question. I don't even have my YouTube pulled up right now to see the person who left that question, but hopefully you see this video and that will answer your question on that. But yeah, balancing the two, you know, for me, it took a while to get used to, because for one, first of all, I had to get used to the fact that I was even working at home. Okay, I think once that sets in, then you're able to do other things, because at first it was very overwhelming. I felt like, well, dang, am I going to have time to do anything else? You know, I was up late doing eBay, and you know, there was times where I was really tired because I was working all these shifts and things like that. And yeah, there is a time where you're like choosing one over the other. The only thing is, with this, you can't really choose one over the other. You know, once you've put in your hours, well, let's just say you're wanting to choose one over the other, depending on how you're feeling at the time. But unfortunately, with working with a Rise, once you put your hours in and they lock in, then you're completely 100% responsible for those hours. So you just got to kind of create a schedule for yourself. I had to do a lot of switch arounds for things like, as far as how many days out the week I do the laundry, you know, what type of meals am I going to cook, because before I started doing all this, including eBay, I had a lot of time on my hand. I was doing other affiliate marketing programs, but I mean, with that, there's only so much you can do, and then you're done for the day. So I had a lot of time on my hand, and I was able to do meal plans and cook on a very regular basis, sometimes every single day. But now that is not my life. I don't feel like I have that type of energy, and that's okay. You know, it's a lot going on when, you know, you're trying to start an eBay business, and then you're trying to work from home, getting paid hourly to supplement whatever you're not making with eBay, or vice versa. And then you still got to take care of your family. So yeah, it does get a little crazy at times. It gets a little overwhelming when you're trying to work from home, but it is definitely doable. It's not something that's impossible. You just have to kind of make it work, and that's what I've been doing. I've been kind of just making it work. So I still run my eBay business, and now that I've been doing Disney for a few weeks now, you know, I've gotten a little bit better at it and gotten more a better hang of the call flow. So I'm not sitting over here frustrated and just feeling like it's the end of the world if I make a mistake, because I am somewhat a perfectionist. So I like stuff to be done the right way the first time, and if it isn't, that's when the frustration kicks in. But for the most part, I have learned to handle it a little better, and with me handling that a little better, it has allowed me to handle other situations a little better and to plan a little differently. So a lot of stuff has switched around. Like I said, like going to the grocery store. I used to go to the grocery store the same day, or the same date every month, but that's just not my reality anymore. The grocery shopping still gets done, but it just gets done a little differently. Instead of me being able to go on a full-fledged monthly grocery haul, which involves me going to more than one store, I don't have the time to do that right now. Maybe later on, you know, once I stack up some money and all that other kind of stuff and get to a point where I don't feel so bad about taking a day off, then I will do that so that I can do all of those things that I need to do in that one day. But for right now, I just take it day by day. You know, it is what it is. All I say is just do the best that you can do. When it comes to trying to balance different projects that you have going on and trying to work from home, trying to take care of your family. Because, I mean, you're only one person. You only have one mind. You only have 2 hands, 2 feet, you know. So don't put so much on yourself that you are driving yourself crazy. And then before you know it, you're not completing any of your projects. Which brings me to another point. It's the end of the year. We're already like halfway in December. And I've had to sit down and really give some honest thought as to what my goals are going to be in this upcoming year. And that's with eBay and with Disney. My financial goals, my marketing and advertising goals, as far as like with my website and all that stuff. I had to sit down and just really think about that. And that's what I would suggest that you do. You know, write down your goals, even if it's like daily goals. You know, what do you have to do for that day? Like today, I knew that I had to work 2 shifts. I knew that I had to mail something off at the post office, and in order to do that, I knew that I would have to make a trip to the Dollar Tree. Now, I did not know that I was going to have to go get my daughter from school, so that got squeezed in. And then, you know, the trip to the Dollar Tree wasn't inconvenient because I was already going, and it just so happened that they had some medicine that I can use for her that was very inexpensive. Hopefully it works so that she can go to school tomorrow, because she really wants to go to school tomorrow. They're having a class Christmas party tomorrow, and we've already been to the store to get all this stuff for the party, and so she really wants to go. So I'm going to try to give her some medicine so that she'll feel better, at least long enough for her to go to school tomorrow, and then I won't have to worry about her being at school for the next 2 weeks. She'll have time to get better. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I just wanted to come in and talk a little bit about, I wanted to show you guys what I did, because I know that some people are visual learners and they have to see to comprehend, and then some people you can just tell them, and then, you know, so instead of me telling you guys exactly what I do with the rise, because I've already done that, I decided to just show it to you instead. So you got to see a little piece of me actually working, and then I got a chance to share with you guys the reality of balancing being a work from home mom, being an entrepreneur, and all that other kind of stuff, because it is a balancing act, you know. And some people can play it down and say that, oh yeah, you'll be able to do it, without telling you that, yeah, it's going to be challenging. You know what I mean? And I thought that I would just share that with you, because that's my reality. So hopefully this was of some value to you guys. You learned something new today about the Arise business. A little motivation for setting goals when it comes to the Arise and for eBay. So hopefully that was of some value to you. And I will see you guys on the next video. Alright. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.